I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm getting boomed right now. Where am I hearing my voice from? Okay, so, well, it's not that we got boomed. It's just, I wanted the demo out today, and it's looking like it's not happening, but we'll talk about it in about 2 seconds. Let me just boot everything up here. Mute. Lower quality. Okay, so let me explain what's going on in a little bit once more people get in here. Okay. We did quite a lot since yesterday. We got a lot accomplished. Hello. Hi. We got a lot accomplished, but we still need to do a little bit more here. Let me just kind of flood the field here, and we'll kind of, you'll see what we're doing. Okay, so we did a lot. There's still a lot more to do. Well, not a lot more. We actually don't have as much as it looks. So we have health bars. Whenever we hit the enemy, it's... Wait. What? Hold on. Why isn't that working? Oh! I don't know how that didn't save. Uh-oh. Okay, player 1 HP. Oh, I deleted it. Okay, never mind. Player 2 HP minus equals 15. Okay, 20. Okay. Go. Okay, so now, whenever we have anything on the field, we end the turn, boom, 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 and they die. Ugh. Okay, so we did a lot, but there's still more to do. Duck 19872, you are first. Hello, welcome to the 2 minutes into the stream. So, yeah, we still got a little bit more to do. Actually, it's all logic. Well, not really logic, but it's not logic. It's, well, we need to display numbers on this. That's going to be what we do immediately. We need to display a gold ring around any ability ready to be used. And we need to get player 2, because all the arrays are there. They're just invisible. Like, it's just a matter of, like, getting cards on their side of the field, getting a primitive AI, and then the demo's done. Like, at this point, we end the turn with spacebar. We hit the enemies. So it's just matter of either making it feel good, or it's a matter of animation. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So it's looking like follow age is depreciated. DC Elite Gamer, hello. So the demo is tomorrow because we've got a little bit more to do. So we press space, the enemy HP bar goes down. So we are ending turns. We just need to, display numbers for elements, but we're gonna do that like right now. It's just a little bit more I had to do, and it's gonna need one more day of love, and then you get to play the demo tomorrow, okay? So that's the current plan. Everything else about the cards is fine. Abilities are fine. We need to display a gold ring when abilities are ready, and then when we click it and the ability successfully goes off, then it's beautiful. But in order to do that, we have to have some sort of cost associated with it, which means we need to display element text. So once we're done with that, and we display shields, weapons, mark, maybe we have like a primitive, like in Elements of the game, they just had like the number 4 here on Phoenix just kind of float up after you hit with it, quote unquote. Maybe we'll just do that. That's fine. Gosh, what else do we need to do? Player 2, but player 2's easy. All the arrays are there. They're just flipped, and we just have to check by filling in every spot to make sure the X and Y values look good. But the width and height, like this green health bar here, it is correct. Yeah, so it is there. Everything else looks good. At that point, we'll just be making cards, but mostly everything's done. It's just gonna need another 24 hours of work. Wait, does it show my follow age? No, it's a depreciated thing. I didn't update it for a while. New follow age command. What is this? Due to some recent changes on Twitch, it is now required that either a streamer or a moderator is logged into an application to get follower information. you need to go to commands Garrett Sharp to log in. What? Okay, well, that's something we'll do later. Anyway, today is game dev day because we need to do some stuff. Maid, you know what? I'm feeling gentle today. You got a little bit of maid, okay? You got a little bit of maid, all right? How's everyone doing? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. In this order, because I did quite a bit off stream. So what we're gonna do, display font on elements, give those elements numbers, so when I click Phoenix, you pay the 2 fire or whatever. And then we have subtraction. Then we have subtraction for abilities, so growth would take 1 water quanta. And when we end turn, we generate as much mana as our mark allows us to that turn, and attack with all creatures. And once we do that, we have the game. At that point, it's just making sure player 2 works whenever it's their turn, so you guys have somebody play against tomorrow, and that's about it. We're not gonna have any audio. We're gonna have primitive animations. It's more of a test of gameplay. It's a vertical slice, if you will. But that's kind of the goal. Here, let's get a variety of creatures out on the field, so we don't just have we don't just have the one. Where's my fill hand thing? Add card to deck. We'll do that later. Test. Okay. We'll go 0, 1, 2. And how many creatures did I make? I made 1, 2, 3 creatures and 1 relic. And then relic is gonna take creature data, so it is 3. Okay. Get rid of that. And now this should work. And it crashed. Creature data 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Odiog is disabled. I was accessing an array I shouldn't have. Okay, so now we have, ooh, all of our creatures. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so the goal is, today, make 2 more relics, 1 shield, 1 sword. Equip them into their slots on the field, make that look good. Have a mark by default when you start the game. We're not going to let the players pick any of this, obviously. This is vertical slicey. And then once we have that, after displaying the elemental quanta and making sure abilities and cards cost things when you click them, give creatures that have abilities, well, creatures, any card, creatures or relic, that have a ability to be used that turn, a gold ring. And then when you click it, it goes away. Once we have that, I think I have everything I need to release the demo. At that point, we jump to player 2, who has all of this information, but will fill their deck up just like we are here with cards to make sure it all looks good. And once it looks good, we just have an AI that plays cards in some priority that I decide because this is vertical slicey. Okay. We can do this today. This is a today thing, all right? I can do all of that today. The only thing I want to wait 24 hours for, and why we're releasing the demo tomorrow, is because it's content. Content takes time, right? We need cards enough to fill each deck, and I'm gonna make sure the mechanics for those cards actually work in a vertical slicey kind of way, you know? Like, I don't need a generic how to target any creature with an ability. I'm gonna develop just devour if we use that, right? It's like you click devour, and devour is the only thing that can click on a creature. That kind of deal, you know? As far as art goes, we got a little bit of an update. Art, we have, ladies and gentlemen, Firefly Queen. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this Firefly Queen. So this is the previous Firefly Queen up here. Both me and Aphrodite, Space Cadet, we both agreed this art is actually pretty good for what it is. So she didn't want to go too far from the original, especially because it's arguably elements of the game, like most recognizable creature in like the whole game. So she went, and I agreed, with a more royal look. And you know what? Look at that, chat. That's a card. That is a card right there. Speaking of which, let's make it right now. Gary, how are you gonna make it? Well, the art's not done, so we're gonna save it as a temp, but crop this, try to make it squarey the best I can. Crop, resize. Wow, I was 1 pixel off. God, I'm good at this fucking thing. Okay, 256. 256. Perfect. Save as. This will be temp Aphrodite Firefly Queen. And we're going to save it in programming, elements, the remake, card art, save. And then we're going to make a new card. And we're going to call it Firefly Queen. Creature, because I think the enemy deck tomorrow is going to have Firefly Queen. Just because it's very, like, how do you not? You know, it's like an iconic deck. Make creature relic card using the renderer. Firefly Queen. Card art. What did I call it? Temp Aphrodite Firefly Queen.png. ID number, what is air? 8. So 801 for a creature, 01, perfect. This is going to take a yes that it's a creature, so true. Its cost is going to be 4. It's going to be air. It's going to cost... no, it's not going to have cost. What was its original stats? 3-7? I'm going to get that wrong. And then this is... Now we need a new ability. We're going to call it... in fact, what is it called in the original art? It was called Firefly. Oh, generate a Firefly based. Okay. Ability Firefly. Ability Firefly. We're gonna call this Spawn Firefly because there's gonna be a creature called Firefly. Make ability. Renderer. It's going to be called Firefly. And the text is going to be spawn a Firefly. Generate. Nah, we'll say spawn. I like that word. Whenever you spawn a creature. It's going to cost 2 and it's going to cost life. There we go, and now we have Spawn Firefly for an ability for Firefly Queen. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna go back to game loop. We're gonna add a new card. Here, go. Oh, I crashed it because I didn't add it to the pushback. My bad. Paste. Paste, copy, paste. Now it'll work. Okay, and there we go. There's Firefly Queen. Looks pretty good in hand. Does the bevel too bright? The bevel is distracting. But then again, it might be because Firefly Queen has such a dark blue background. It's a backgroundless creature right now, so maybe that's why it looks a little weird. But there you go. There's Firefly Queen. Gary, the slime boy. Wait, does it show my followers? No. Code Doyle, hello. So we're getting our creatures in. I kind of want to make a creature of every element, just so we have it, but maybe not. Okay, so now we have our temporary Firefly Queen, which is probably going to be what you guys play against tomorrow. So I hope you like this card, because you're going to fucking hate it by the end of tomorrow's demo. That's the basis, right, of our thing. So what does every Firefly Queen deck have? It has Fireflies, which spawn light quanta, so you want hope. It's gonna need life pendulums to play the life mana ability. Probably Empathic Bond. Do I have the art for Empathic Bond? I don't, do I? I don't. Well, what's our options here? Empathic Bond is definitely going to be something that needs to exist. So maybe we just make like a temporary Empathic Bond. So open with paint. So this is our forest spirit. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this is very old art. Boom. And we're gonna call this temp. And we're gonna file, we're gonna save as, and we're gonna call this temp art. And whenever we need temp art, that'll be what we do. Save. Beautiful. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh yeah, I hate it. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna make, what do we need? We need a Firefly. So Firefly. Creature Firefly is equal to this. Renderer, calling it Firefly. In hand, it'll just be Firefly. Then we're gonna use card art dash temp art dot png. Its ID number will be 80102 because it's the second one. Second creature in air. Then it's going to be true. It's a creature. It's going to have the stats, I think, of 3/2. Costs 2. Air. 3/2. Bioluminescence is the ability. How do you spell, Gary, how do you spell bioluminescence? Bioluminescence. Sense. I don't know how to spell bioluminescence. Hold on. Bioluminescence. Okay, I never would have spelled it that way, and I'm never gonna have to spell it that way. What the fuck? Okay. Ability. Bioluminescence equals. Everything is mostly the same. Oh my god. I have no idea how to spell this shit. I'm gonna struggle with that. Bioluminescence. Create. Uh-oh. How do I display the light quanta in text? Do I want that? It must be, because that's kind of a magic-y thing, huh? Hearthstone says mana crystal. Or mana if they have to. But like, Magic the Gathering has explicit calls to textures. Like death quanta or fire quanta or whatever the fuck they use. Generate a light quanta every turn. Listen, All right, it's vertical slicey. Okay, don't hate, appreciate. It's gonna cost 0, but if it has to cost anything, it's light. That's why fire is like revives thing. Yeah, bioluminescence. For now, that'll be what it is. It should display a light quanta as its thing. Here, its ability is bioluminescence. Okay, and now we're gonna add it to the deck. Add it to the game. This is gonna need to push back. Okay, it should just work. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have... Uh-oh. Why is the font fucked up? Okay, first of all, the texture didn't load. What did I call that thing here? Tempart.png. Tempart. Huh? Wait. Why did that work? Temp art. Rename. Temp art? Temp art? Temp art? There we go. Okay. So no, it didn't work. Oh, why isn't that working? Also, why is the text all fucked up? Generate a. You know what we can do is we can kind of save this by adding spaces strategically. Okay, sweet. I don't know why the art's all screwed up though. Also, it does in fact look better with colons. Hold on. Colon, 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 colon. It just looks better. Yeah, it does. Maybe 2 spaces even? Yeah, that's a lot clearer. Gary, you should show file extensions. Which ones are you curious about? I don't have any file extensions, do I? Tabs in, hello Tabs in. What kind of extensions are you looking for? Most of this, everything we've done is just myself, unless you're talking about like SDL, DLL files or something. Go to File Explorer. Elements the remake, card art, temp art. Properties. It's a .png. Click view. It works. I just don't know why the temp art isn't doing anything, because everything else works fine. Did I misspell it or something? Hold on. Card art slash. Oh, no, that is right. Oh, I did cart art. Okay, sorry, not card art. There we go. There's my temp. Beautiful. Okay, so that's our temp Firefly, and we have Firefly Queen. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna need Hope, which is a shield, but we can do that later. What else is a Firefly Queen gonna do? It's gonna have empathic bond. Boom, boom, boom. Empathic bond. This is a creature. For complicated reasons like animate relic, we define relics as creatures. Empathic bond is equal to a value using the renderer called empathic bond, and hand is called bond. Card art slash, same here, Its value will be grass. Grass is, I want to say 8? 6! Ugh. 6, it's a relic, so 0, 0. Wait a second. I'm defining these ID numbers wrong. Because I can't start a 5-digit int with 0, otherwise the ID system gets all bungled up. And entropy is 0. What do I do Maxwell's pillar on? 20001. So that's a relic. Then 00 is the element. 01 is the count. I need to redo the ID numbers on these. Hold on. This is important. Odiug is a creature of element gravity. It's the first one. Then we have Phoenix, which is a 1. It's of element 4. 0, 1. Okay, so this is 1. This is 6. This is 1. This is element 8. 1, element 8. This seems pedantic, but it's important because if we don't do that and we end up with an element of entropy, it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 1, which breaks the whole ID system. It has to start with a number that isn't 0 for complicated C++ reasons. So this ID number is actually 206 because it's life. Yes. 0, 1 because it's the first relic. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So it's not a creature. It's going to cost 5. It's going to cost life. It's going to be 0, 50, and it's going to have the ability Empathic Bond. Empathic Bond. Ability. We'll call it Bond. Is equal to make ability renderer colon space space. This is a relic. A passive relic. But Phoenix is passive. I still define that as an ability. Okay, that's fine. Bond. And we're gonna have the text say, actually, I don't need text here. I could just have space. That's kind of based. Heal for 1. Heal 1 HP. Heal for 1 whenever heal for 1 at the end of every turn for every creature that is alive on your side of the field that you own. Okay. I don't know if that's going to fit on the card, but we're going to do it. It's going to be 0 and it's going to be life. Okay, I don't know how this is going to look, but by golly, we're going to have it. Okay, let's see how this looks. I don't know if this is actually going to look good, but by golly, we're going to do it. Push back, and we're going to call it Empathic Bond. This is now going to be card number 6. All right, let's go. I mean, it fit. It goes into the right place. I don't like how it skips a line, though. Heal for 1 at the end of every turn for every creature that is alive that you own. Too many that's. For heal for 1. How is the original Empathic Bond phrased? Hold on. Elements, the game wiki. Change that font. No, I love the cursive. I would actually make it more cursive, but you guys wouldn't be able to read it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me life. Where's empathic bond? Empathic bond. Open image in new tab. Okay. Empathic bond 5. Every creature in your possession heals you for 1 HP at the end of every turn. I'm going to get rid of the HP. Every creature in your possession heals you for 1. Okay. Every creature in your possession heals you for 1 at the end of every turn. Heals you, space, for 1 at the end of space. I have to do this because if we want fonts to have like a nice little black backdrop, and we do, that's what happens. I don't like the space. I think it needs an ability name. I don't like it. I think it needs something there. I think it needs like bond or something like that. Yeah, I think it looks better with an ability name there, even if it's a... Do I want this to be a passive ability? I mean, it doesn't have to be. If I don't make it a passive ability, that means there are no passive abilities, because this is like the king of passive abilities. In which case, I should have a button that's like, activate everything on your side of the field. Right? Code Toil, I see you. This game is getting good. Will you release the code? Tabs in! Sorry, I just read that. Will I release the code? I don't see why not. I mean, I plan to put this on Steam, and if every creature... I know it looks like we're hard coding all of the data. All of this is just going in a JSON file, okay? Like this giant function here, this is all getting read from a JSON file, and we're just gonna have one loop that handles everything, okay? So the game comes with a JSON file, so theoretically, as long as you have art, you can just make your own cards. It wouldn't be that hard to enable the Steam Workshop then, right? Ooh, if it's on Steam, I'll buy it. Guess what, bitch? It'll be free. Oh, it ain't gonna cost shit. Elements the game is free for all of our friends and family, okay? It is meant to be. God, Firefly Queen is gonna look so cool. I love that art she's working on. This isn't even the full scope of the art, by the way. The background isn't done. It's like a rough sketch to make sure I like it, and I love it. OMG free? Yeah, of course it's gonna be free. It's Elements the game. You think this game's gonna cost money? Hell no. This is a product of passion, baby. Look at all this beautiful art from VRT and Aphrodite. Ah! It's so wonderful. I can't wait. Firefly's gonna have its own art. I guess I could just make Firefly be like the Firefly Queen Firefly for now. I guess I can do that real quick. That's gonna... It may be temp art, but it'll be temp art we can make better. Open with, it's gonna be paint first. Oops. Really? Grab a little box. Grab a little firefly. Make it a square. Crop. Resize. Don't maintain aspect ratio. 256. This is gonna look a little wonky. Bear with me. Oh yeah, look at that pixely firefly. Love it. Save as. This is gonna be temp Aphrodite firefly. Close, close. All right, let's give Firefly actual a little bit of art here. Okay, go. Oh, that looks so much better. Come on, anything's better than the temp art. So the whole gimmick here is that Firefly Queen spawns fireflies, and you can play them separately in your decks. It's an okay creature, but generally you play them in Firefly decks. Firefly Queen is like this is, by the way, you're playing against this tomorrow, so this is kind of what your enemy's field's gonna look like. It's a Firefly deck, right? It's meant to shove a bunch of these up your ass. And then they have a couple of empathic bonds to heal them for a shit ton at the end of every turn. They'll maybe have like a hope shield. Is there anything else we're gonna want? Oh, life pendulums. It'll have a couple of pendulums. I don't know. This is kind of what the enemy field's gonna look like at the end of every turn. I don't know what else we're gonna give it besides hope as the shield. Hope, by the way, is a shield that blocks 1 damage for every bioluminescence creature you have. Bioluminescence meaning it generates some light quanta for you at the end of every turn. So it's like extra resources. They're like little land. Like if this was Magic the Gathering, this is how it would work. You would have a blue card called Firefly Queen. This blue card would have an ability that for 2 green mana, you can spawn a Firefly, which is a air creature that generates 1 light mana as a resource. So you can tap the creature to do light, whatever, right? So the gimmick here is that you have a bunch of these creatures that do light. There is a shield in the game that's called Hope. Hope is a shield that blocks 1 damage for every bioluminescence light-producing creature you have on the field, right? By the way, it's immortal, so your opponent can't do fuck all about it. The only way to interact with it is by killing these creatures. That's the gimmick, right? That's how this works. So that's why I'm excited that we have at least some art to work on, you know? This is temporary Firefly art, but whatever, it works. Is there anything else? I kind of just want to make shields real quick, but we need to display cost first. I kind of want to get cost down, but I also kind of want to make the shield. We don't have art for it yet. We'll hold off on the shield. It's tempting. I want to, but it's fine. Everything's looking good, chat. I like it. Everything looks good in hand. Air looks very fine. I don't know, it's interesting. I like how the numbers are placed because it doesn't get in the way of the art. I don't know, for like Phoenix especially, it looks great, but. Kotoil, I see you! What? Hello? Gary, File Explorer, View, Tab, File Name Extensions? What are you talking about? Why? What's the goal here? So anyway, we have a bunch of creatures now. Let's start. Okay, let's stop having fun. Let's actually make the game. Okay. Field module. We have our float X, float Y, and then we're gonna make a font out of it. ID is equal to I. Oh, right. I did this because we don't actually know what element is in every spot and what that value represents. So we actually gave every field spot value a element associated with it, which is found in the game loop at the very beginning when we like initialize everything. So it's right here. Iterate through element table, make it equal to the data list elemental data. So I is that element. So spot 0, because that's how I framed it here earlier when I rendered the graphics. Entropy is 0, gravity is 1, time is 2, life is 6, light is 12. It'll associate any numbers printed here is associated to that element, and the graphics and the number itself are going to be rendered at different stages. The element quanta here being part of the UI. We have a health bar. Is there anything else I need? Okay, let's do that then. Okay, so we have every element being something. So this is not rendering graphics. This is making the render rect XY value so we can render fonts onto it later. That's all we're doing here. So X and Y are not 0. We have the resolution of the screen, so it's going to be relative. Also, before anything else, can we just quickly test this on Steam Deck before we break anything else here? Because I don't know if this actually works yet. Okay, health bars are a little wonky. That needs changed. Everything else though, for Steam Deck, I think this looks pretty good. Honestly, the health bars are wonky, but besides that, I mean, this looks like it would be very readable on a Steam Deck. Numbers are nice and big. The audio card is kind of fucked up because it hits the top of the screen like that. So I need to fix that. But besides that, I don't know. That's not bad. This looks super nice. Okay, sweet. What about pillars? Pillars look good. Okay. All right. This is working out well so far. The only thing is those health bars, but that's fine. I just decoupled like the XY values of the health graphic from the health bar, but that's something we can fix later. That's a minor thing. That's a single line away from finishing both of those. Okay. And then the regular game looks good. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Okay, this is working out well. Now we need to decide the XY values. The problem is I have nothing to render here yet. So I think what we're gonna do is under either draw UI or the end of turn. No, it's under draw life. And yeah, I already have it. Elemental numbers, iterate through the field. So we're gonna draw a make font with shadow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make fonts. Oh, this is so complicated in my head because we need to display numbers, and numbers are textures. So give me a thing. It feels like you're ignoring me. I don't know why. That's my problem. I feel weird like having the internet see my file explorer and me not knowing why. Let me think in my head about what we're gonna do here. We have an integer. This integer is represented via a texture on the screen. Now, normally what we would do is we would just have like standard toString, and this would, or .c string. And what this phrase would do is it would take whatever number I put in there as a font. Oh no, this isn't C string, this is my function. As a font for whatever we're doing, right? That's the goal. Now, we grab that number from the elemental data of that spot. So it's field dot element table dot or bracket, whatever number you're on, dot element dot p1 count. And that's the integer that represents the amount of elemental quanta that player has for that side of the field. In this case, player one, us. File name extension. This way, all the files in File Explorer will show their extension. I, A, B, C. Okay, keep spamming. I'm gonna time you out. Cotoil, I love you. I get it, but it's absolutely not worth worrying about right now. I don't know why we're even talking about this, to be totally honest with you. Okay, so make font with shadow. So we have a renderer, font size 12, which we need to test if that's even the correct size, and then the print of this integer. Now, we're having a little bit of an issue here, turning this into a const character pointer. I could make standard string temp local string, like something like that. And then, rather than having this standard toString thing, I just say local string is equal to this value. Delete this local string. This doesn't work because string to const character pointer exists. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So now we do a toString. This dot C string. Still no dice? What do I have here? Make font with shadow. Right, because create font from path demands a const character pointer. Am I dumb? Am I forgetting how to transform? B, you know what? You get a B. Buzz, buzz, motherfuckers. So, am I dumb? Am I forgetting how to translate a string into a C string? ToString, life, C string. And those are ints. Oh, wait, fuck. I'm sorry. I don't need to do any of this. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Okay, screw that. Screw that. Okay, holy shit. All I have to do is display the int, which is an element P1 count. So it is a standard ToString. 88, thank you for following. That was nice of you. I appreciate it. Following for the demo tomorrow. I like it. Standard ToString. Okay, so we're going to take an integer, turn it into a string. So we're going to take field dot element table dot no, bracket I dot element dot P1 count. This is an integer, but it doesn't turn into a string. Why? This turns into a string. Oh! Dot C string parentheses, because it's a function. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, that solved it. Tabs and you get a little, okay, you got a little bit of a femboy today, okay? You got a little woo boo boo, you got a little bit of woo. There, we got a little bit of chest there just for you, okay? Okay, so we have our string here, which is the current amount of the standard ToString function in C++ just basically turns any integer you have into a string that can be rendered into a text. That's all it does. So now that is equal to a font that we can then use and fuck around with. That being said, this just returned a duo font that we need to define. Make font with shadow. Does return a duo font. Okay, so this, oh, I already exported it, sweet. We're gonna be rendering a lot of duo fonts here. So duo font, local font. Local font is equal to this. Okay, beautiful. So now we have an upper and a lower texture. So what we're gonna do now, what are we gonna do right now? What are we doing right now? Okay. We need an XY value for that spot of the array. Okay, but that's already assigned in the field module. We need to print the font. I print the font by rendering SDL render copy float value. No. We need a temp rec. SDL. No, I don't need a temp rec. I have a font rec. L font dot render. Oh, it's going to be both. Shit. Lower first. Dot. M height and M width is currently a value. We do need a rect to render too, but it's going to be the field spot. So field dot element table dot, ooh, bracket I dot render rect dot width is equal to local font lower dot M underscore width. Wow, that was complicated. Holy cow. So basically, the reason why we have to do this is because the number 1 is going to have a different width as a texture than like the number 99, you know? I don't want a situation where the 99 gets squished into the width of a 1. So we have to be very dynamic in how we adjust the width of our render box, because we're rendering a texture of a variable width, right? So that is how it gets decided. And for now, I guess it's fine if we also make height that way, but height is very static. It's not gonna change much. Height is just whatever font size we pick. It's fine. The X and Y value are also gonna be changing, but no, I'm sorry, it's not changing. That's like the consistent value. So the X and Y value of this render rect always stays the same. So now we render it. So we have renderer, a texture, which is L font dot lower dot M texture. So that's what we're rendering onto the screen. Null pointer, because this spot is if you have like a sprite sheet from an RPG character. See ya! See you later, Code Toil. If you have like a sprite sheet with a bunch of characters on there, this null pointer here, it instead of a null pointer, it could be like a rectangle, and that rectangle would be the cutout of the sprite sheet. That's what this function does. And then we have the render rect. It's gonna be field dot element table bracket I dot render rect, and that's the rectangle it's gonna turn into. Okay, so that is not working. Why? Oh, it needs to be referenced. Okay, sweet. So now we render all numbers. Beautiful. Okay, so it runs. Okay, so now we have extra textures, 12 of them we didn't have before. So let's hold off on cleaning up our floating pointers there, because this will, by the way, fuck our memory up if we don't know what we're doing. Tabs in, hello, or bye. Say we have we start with 0. Well, let's generate 10 mana next turn. Okay, so we generate 10 mana. Now we have the number 10, but what happens to the number 0? What happens is it doesn't delete itself. It just is forever. And it needs to be like cold, you know? But we'll worry about that in a bit. Okay. So make element field, float X. So the X value needs to change. First of all, yes, so you see it's up here. You see the 0 there? Okay, beautiful. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but now we do the upper text. Lower, now we got upper. Upper being the highlight layer, which means I don't need this function, do I? I don't need to make new fonts. I already have it. Then we render the copy, so that should work as well. That did not work as well. What happened? What? Oh, I'm still rendering the lower, that's why. Upper, go. So yeah, it's gonna look a little offset up there. I know it's like barely visible. In fact, the font size should be bigger. Let's do like 16. That might be too big, I don't know. But anyway, that's our 0, right? That's our XY value. So it is dynamic. The Y value is a little offset from the very top of the screen. I don't know why that is, but okay. Beautiful. So now we have 12 zeros currently. And I can tell you right now, this is a problem. In fact, Control-Alt-Delete. Let's go to our details here. This spot right here-ish is gonna be elements to the game. Let's watch its memory here, because I know what's gonna happen. Oh, look at that. It's now at a gigabyte of memory, gigabyte and a half of memory, 2 gigabytes of memory, 2.5 gigs, 3 gigabytes of memory, 3.5 gigs. So what's happening is we are drawing this function 120 times a second, which means we are making 120 fonts, textures, every frame, which is a problem, right? This is why C++ is so dangerous for a lot of people, because you have that memory leak. And that is what this is, it's a memory leak. We're not culling I won't be staying up 4 a.m. watching you this time. I had work that day. It was a bad idea. Ooh. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Is instead of calling this end player turn false. Where's my turn? Instead of calling, wow, the actual game loop is really tiny. Instead of drawing life and numbers here, I think what we do is we come back up here and we flush life and numbers here because I have a delete function. This delete font. Wait a second. Make text, return font. Okay. Interesting, this doesn't... Actually... Yeah, I do have to free the texture. Interesting. Interesting. I won't be staying up to 4 a.m. watching you this time. I have work that day. It was a bad idea. Oh my goodness, really? Damn. Let me just quickly see here. Oh, that's Fiverr. Hold on. Where's your Twitch account? Hold on, I gotta see. Aphrodite. There you are. Okay, what are you doing, Aphrodite? You streamed today? Oh, you did. Based. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. You streamed today? What'd you stream?
Fiverr, so I don't accidentally show it. Go to the wiki. Reconnect my Chrome tab. Properties. Chrome. Maybe that can sort of.
Oh my God, she.
let us reference his notes real quick.
She's taking my private message about the commissions.
Okay. So Firefly Queen, Firefly, and Hope. They're a trio. It sounds like they're a trio.
They are a trio.
Okay. What is it? What did he tell us about these cards? Firefly for the Queen. On death, I failed. Very bug-like since it's a bug. Yeah, I like that. Hope. On play, pleasant distance.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. It's like it's a Firefly. Like it's on the tin. I gave you the original art. That's a reference.
Whistling. Yeah, it's like, okay. I know Gary didn't say he liked Lord of the Rings, but it's like the Battle of the Five Armies, or
Wait, that's what?
Whistling. Yeah, it's like, okay. I know Gary didn't say he liked Lord of the Rings, but it's like the Battle.
Excuse me. It's not that I don't like Lord of the Rings. It's just when I went to New Zealand, I didn't do anything Lord of the Rings related. It's okay. It's fine. People who wait outside the theater to watch the fucking prequel, The Hobbit, okay, we call those people nerds. That's all. No shame.
Five Armies, or the battle at what is that, Gondor, where
nerds.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna try to do like a cavalry or a little army.
I was like, well, Aphrodite, oh my goodness. I was like, oh, I wonder how she's doing on her stream. And then I just caught you like copying my list of like terrible descriptions of. Listen, I'm sorry. I am so bad at like describing as a client to a commissioned artist, like, this is what I want, okay? I am a very open-minded person. So like, I'll give you a little direction, like it's a bug, and you were like, thanks.
Of fireflies or something. And I kind of like the idea that we have like a queen, a pawn, and a knight, maybe, that can sort of stay together. I wonder if there are any other related type of creatures that we could like sort of fill out this chessboard with.
Chessboard creatures. In Firefly Queen decks, huh? In Firefly Queen decks, is there a chessboard? You know, there is a card called Sky Blitz. I wasn't planning to commission you on, but theoretically, I guess that's also a part of the Firefly Queen combo. Also, I'm sorry for bothering you. I want to offer a promotion to your channel. Wow, you did bother me. I'm going to have to ban you. Banned. Listen, no offense. I am not desperate, okay? I do this for fun. That's why I'm making this video game for free. This is fun. This is, oh my goodness. Woo. Doing this for fun, champ. I don't need to buy followers. Where's the stream? We're not gonna watch all of her stream, but like, you know, I gotta see what's up.
But I know that we're kind of only doing like 3 creatures per category, and this is our
My eyes! I just got here. No props.
A bunch of creatures for the air category. You know, we did the air
Femboy. Okay, you guys got a lot of femboy today. You get a little more.
dragon. We have the air firefly. We have hope. Oh, that's not an air card. That's a light card. Okay.
It is a light card.
And then firefly. So that's to tell. I'm erasing one. This
Ah! Oh my god, you're actually drawing firefly.
lane.
Oh, I almost don't want to get spoiled about what you turn this into. This looks so cool. Oh, it's so perfect. Look, he's a little light. Oh, he's holding a little sword. Ah. Oh my god, that's so cute.
Castle part.
Oh.
A little more loose with it.
I gotta stop watching this because now I'm like, oh, hold on. Now I want to make a relic that's a castle, and look how perfect that is. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get tempted. Don't scope creep. Don't scope creep. Stay within vision. Goo boy, considering the fact that you deserve your own harem, I can. No, I don't. I do not deserve a harem. I have a loving lady that I see and who's a librarian, and she's all I ever need. Chat, can I just tell you about a dilemma I'm going on is happening in my life, okay? So this wonderful lady, okay, this lady, she's like casually brings up, because we had KFC together today, she casually brings up in the middle of like eating a wing with one hand and mashed potatoes on a spork on the other, and she's like, hey, do you like Ren fairs? Now, whenever you hear the term Ren Fair, that means Renaissance Fair, and the only people who shorten the word Renaissance Fair to Ren Fair are like super fans, okay? So now I'm in panic mode. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like Ren Fairs, but you know what? I can't act like I don't. So she's like, oh, yeah, do you like Ren Fairs? I'm like, oh, you know, I'd never been to one, but I'd try it. And she's like, oh, I want to go to one. And I was like, oh, are you into it? And she's like, no, I just want to go to one. And I was like, oh. She's been watching like YouTube lately, and she's like watching through like costuming like YouTube channels, and like she's into like this kick of like she wants to dress up and go there. And apparently I'm gonna be dressing up as like Robin Hood, and she's gonna go as Maid Marian. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm voluntold for this, but all right, we'll try this out. So you may get a little bit of a vlog one day if I go to a Ren Fair. I love Ren Fairs, but I've never been. Goo in tights? No, I'm not wearing tights. I'm wearing a leather garb. And she said it's not really leather though, but it'll be fake leather. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna be one of those people. Okay, I see what's up.
A little bit more.
Wait, is that Hope?
A little bit more bright white
based
blue. So you can kind of really blue.
Oh, because you're leaning into the chess theme. I like it. I like it.
The sun is out there. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So let us.
Burb. Oh, wait, hold on. What is Fonzie saying in your chat? Gary said he isn't doing the upgrade system. I wonder if he's going with the light version, the fire version, or both. Though, to be honest, I feel like he'll make top-down changes. I don't know what he means by that. I am going to be making changes. I'm going with the light version, absolutely, not the fire version. The fire version's fine, but nobody ever played the fire version. It's just Hope, Firefly Queen, Hope, Empathic Bond is like the combo, right? That's like the bread and butter of like every Firefly Queen deck, and this is Empathic Bond, which just heals you for every creature you have alive at the end of the turn, and you need life quanta anyway to use Firefly Queen, so this is like Empathic Bond, Hope, and Firefly Queen as like the trio. It's a very classic deck.
Perfect.
Oh my god,
Fine.
It's so good. It's so good! It's so good. It's perfect. Look, you didn't even cheat. The original Fireflies are like, ooh, I'm gonna shake my little butt at you and you're gonna die. But you were like, no, you need swords, bitches. Isn't a Renaissance fair just a massive medieval time cosplay fair? Well, I actually asked the librarian. I actually asked her, like, hey, are you into Renaissance fairs because of like the medieval-y thing or like the fantasy thing? And she's like, oh, the fantasy thing, because she likes reading fantasy books, right? So think less 1500s butter churning and more like Evermore, like dragons and princesses. She's more into that, not the butter churning, you know, not colonial. Oh my god, that Firefly is so perfect.
And we are going.
Sorry, I'm just gushing for like the last 10 minutes, Space Cadet. If you want me to like chill, I will. But come on, I gotta. Come on,
Fodder.
This is so cool.
Oh my god, skeleton. The strength of ability.
Wait, are you reading the lore? You're doing so much
there's
research.
For what skeleton
Oh yeah, and if you guys don't know, these are the next couple on the block: Voodoo Doll and Skeleton. Skeleton because there's like 5 different cards in the game that generate skeletons. You're gonna see this shit everywhere. Like being in a fairy tale, everybody just wants to be a princess. Oh, cute. This is a mere scratch. A mere scratch. Your arm is on the floor. I can't do a Monty Python quote very well. I'm just terrible with accents.
Let's see.
What do you read about this?
The skeleton is
Wait, what does the wiki
considered one
even
of the
say about this? Oh, you're reading it anyway.
weakest cards in the game. Oh.
Yeah, it's
okay,
a 1/1.
It's gotta be fragile. While stat-wise, it's on par with the photon or ray of light, it costs more than both at 1 death quanta. What makes the skeleton so special is its ability to be used for almost anything, as well as its creature spam abilities. Okay, so like players will use just like a ton of skeletons.
Yeah, basically, you have a shit ton of skeletons out, you mutate them, you can eat them with an Odiug, you can use them as fodder. They're basically like tokens, but they're not tokens. It's a card. It deserves respect, okay? But they're basically tokens. Just a very popular one. It's all right. Your voice makes up for it. Oh, thank you.
As like a
Sorry,
farm
I
for
just
other
love seeing the creative process. You know, I fancy myself a creative person. Just I'm not creative in like an art kind of way. I'm creative in like a either music kind of way, even though I never play music on stream, or like a conversationally kind of way. But like when it comes to like art, it's just really interesting for me to like see the creative process, right? Like I didn't tell her like, do your research, look on the wiki, you have to do this, it needs to be perfect. She is like obligating herself to like go above and beyond, and I am very impressed. By the way, Space Cadet, you are getting the single best Fiverr like recommendation you've ever seen in your goddamn life. Gary gives better feedback than some art directors. Listen, I can count arms, and that's about the extent of my ability to help, okay? Can't really do much more than that.
Mechanics. The strength of the skeleton, of the lowly skeleton.
Oh, and butterfly effect. That's death entropy is a popular combo, so you use butterfly effect.
Is in its use as basic fodder. Oh my god, skeleton.
Yeah, rip skeleton bros.
And they
Look at them voodoo dolls.
I kind of like this idea, right? And then he's like,
Yeah, when it came to the original voodoo doll, the reason why I wanted you to commission it, is because the original Voodoo doll was weird. It has like darkness quanta needles, but the darkness quanta is just a big fat ball at the end, and it's like a little sad boy. And it's like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of room for interpretation here.
I think we can like.
I dig it. I dig it.
These big key features, like it's gotta have.
I think I remember saying it's like it can be part zombie, but like it's more skeleton than zombie.
I mean, like what is a tusk? A tusk is just a. No idea, Carl. I know.
Oh, you give a little crab claw. He's a little crabby boy.
Yeah, it is Jujutsu Kaisen. Good job.
Oh my god, I don't know when you drew the teeth on the hips, but this boy's gonna chomp. All right.
Let's look up what a bugbear looks like.
It's so perfect. That's good shading. Dude, I don't understand shading. The moment light hits an object, I'm like a T-Rex. I just don't see it anymore. I'm like, I see one layer, like one dimensionally, okay? Skeleton made out of not human bones, so there's no humans in the game, really? Oh, that's a good observation. True. Yeah, what is this human rib cage with a human skull? Freaking inconsistent world. And the card's ability. Yeah, true. It can be reverse timed. Oh, it says right there. Even though it's kind of funny. It's such a popular token and it has an ability, but the ability is like never used. I mean, I could change the game, but like what's funny is that a skeleton was like, it didn't have text. It was just empty. It was just a token, right? And it was just a really popular token. So what he did, the creator of the game at the time, gave it this ability as like a unique little interaction, which was never actually used. And it's just kind of funny. I could do more to make reverse time more abled. I thought about dragons, chat. Hold on, before we continue, I thought about dragons. Here, we'll look at some dragons. I thought about dragons because I was thinking, like, hey, dragons should have abilities like Aether Dragon. I feel like dragons should have abilities that is emblematic of their element. I feel like that's kind of cool, you know? Because the only people that are going to play dragons are people who just play like one color because they're so expensive, right? So I feel like the dragon should be like the big final wallop of like everything the element has to bring to the table. So the Aether Dragon is a mortal phase dragon, right? It's not just a beat stick like the original elements of the game, which is just giant creatures. Like the Aether Dragon has a unique thing that is emblematic of Aether. Ether. I'm trying to pronounce that correctly. I grew up pronouncing it Aether because I read it and I didn't hear it. It's Ether. Okay. Ether is immortal. That's like its gimmick. You can't target its creatures, right? So I feel like I should think about what is emblematic of every element in like one ability. Like fire should get Deflagration. Crimson Dragon, which is an incredibly powerful ability to spam, but he's also kind of a glass cannon-y thing, you know? He dies really quickly. So I feel like giving him a really powerful ability is kind of like cool, right? On the other hand, Earth Dragon, which is, I think it's Basalt. Basalt Dragon over here, he's very tanky. And Earth is probably known for burrow, but he's not really a burrower. He flies, doesn't he? That'd be kind of weird. He doesn't even look like he burrows anyway. So it would probably be something like Earthquake? Earthquake would be apt because he's a big creature. He can slam the earth pretty hard. I could see that. So it'd probably be Earthquake or something. But anyway, like air dragon, need a lift. This guy would have dive, which is like air's mechanic for like spending air mana and you double the creature's attack for a turn. I feel like that's cool. I feel like giving them like unique abilities because these are so expensive. I think that's what we should do. They should do something we're building up to. Exactly.
And I can give it like, I can fudge like a little.
Oh my god, look how good the Skelly Bro is!
Rifles or, you know, Something like
Oh,
that.
and he has a tail? Oh, that's cool. Everybody's gonna want to play a little skeleton deck.
It's gotta be. That's.
Oh, you gave him the cloak. You gave him the cloak. I love it. Oh. Ooh, and you gave him like a heroic cape.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Let me see.
That's amazing.
We did some firefly cards. We sketched
That
a rough sketch
firefly!
of the
Oh,
firefly
it's so
queen,
good!
and then
Dude,
we
I think, you know what? I knew you drew like beautiful dragons and wonderful art and everything you do so well. But like out of all the cards you made, I think Firefly's my favorite. I think this one you nailed more than like any other like card in the whole game so far. It's so perfect. It's so emblematic of what it is. They're a bunch of like, because they're so they're so stupid. They're just little dumbass fireflies, but you get overwhelmed with them and you die, and you're like, the fucking fireflies, and they're like, psst, and they're just fucking little swords. I love it. Oh, what a good piece of art. Did you see my fan art on Discord? Is it new? Gary, fan art. Oh, yeah, the little animation. I saw it.
At the bottom is my Twitter.
Love it.
We did some firefly cards.
Listen, I would follow you on Twitter if I use Twitter. Okay, sweet. I hope you're getting a lot of follows. This is awesome. Shayuku Shini got a model update? Wait. Oh my god. Whoa, Sayuko. Woo. Okay, that's a VTuber model if I've ever seen one. God damn. Okay, listen. Sayuko Shini, if you guys are newer around here, we've collabed a few times. She's a great League of Legends player. She got a new model update. Good job. Maybe I wouldn't have gone in that direction personally. But, woo. Okay, a little too steamy in here. What's Yukenna doing? By the way, guys, I am distracting you right now because I have been game deving for like the last 6 hours of my life. Well, 6 hours and I had a lunch in between. So it was like a work day. I'm a little bit distracting you because to dive back into this. Every time I look at it, I just think, oh, you're leaking memory. Hold on. How much memory am I leaking? Let's go. Let's have a count. We are at 2 gigs of RAM, 2.5 gigs of RAM, 3 gigs of RAM, 3.5 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. We're leaking a little bit of memory. I know what it is. It's these little, this little number up here. We're creating 12 times 120, 12 times 120 textures every second. And these textures are not deleting themselves, so it's a memory leak. That's why we're distracting ourselves here, because I gotta go memory leak hunting. I want to get into animation and create really cool stick figure fights. Oh, what's the name of it? What's the what is? Oh, I forgot the name of it. Was it Stick Figure Battle Mouse? Yeah, animator versus animation. This is 16 years old. 2007. Damn. 85 million views. Yeah, back in my day. Oh, look out, 480p in 2007. Back in my day, this was the stuff. This was inspiring. Wow, look at this great flash animation. That is absolutely not meant to be put into a YouTube video. Oh, look at the little look at the old school Windows colors. Look at how ugly tan this is. Could you imagine being a creative person and working in this environment? What is this monstrosity? How did we live? This was Windows XP age, by the way. Seen it. Nopers? Oh. Yukenna.
Oh.
Wait, how the fuck is she doing this? Yukenna, I'm streaming.
Senpai!
How are you doing this?
Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Beer flavored takoyaki. Let's go!
Hold on.
Oh! It's the special sauce. It is the special sauce.
I have
See,
her.
there we go.
I have her Discord.
Will you be my business partner now? Yeah? Yes!
Oh!
Yes! I'm sorry.
It's okay. So Yukenna, also a longtime friend of the stream, collabed many times. Interesting.
Beer flavor.
Wow. By the way, I'm sorry. Listen, we're doing everything but game deving. I understand. It's just, this is what I would do. Nice background, Gary. This is what I would do like off stream anyway, because like, or not off stream. This is what I would do for fun anyway. It's like, we've got so much done today, chat. You have no idea. I think, listen, the game is coming out as a demo tomorrow. Okay. It's coming out. It's there. Chat, this background's distracting me. I need a new one. There, perfect. Okay. The demo's coming out tomorrow. It's not that far away from finishing. I just have to do one memory leak debug, which is super boring to watch. And I have to make a bunch of cards. And I kind of want to give a little bit of a bonus during the demo you guys wouldn't know about. Don't want to play with a memory leak. Only got 32 gigs of RAM. Cool, because the game was consuming 3 gigs of RAM after 10 seconds. Yo, don't dome when it should be consuming like 50 megabytes. Yeah. Don't dome dirty with those rough icons. I will DM you better ones right now. Yo, don't do me dirty with those rough icons. Wait, what? Hold on, what rough icons? Are you talking about... Wait, what? Wait, what rough icons? The icons on the cards? Like the elemental quanta? Or are you talking like these? I actually don't know what you mean. Also, we should not stick around in this program because it's consuming like 3 gigs of RAM right now. Yeah, the fire. Oh! Okay, yeah. Okay, so all I did was cut out the firefly that's like in the top right of the Firefly Queen, and I just zoomed in on it because I needed art for Firefly because we needed to like have the demo done by tomorrow. Well, originally it was today, but like tomorrow we were supposed to have the Firefly, and it was like, there you go. Hella pixelated. Well, now that you have Firefly done, I might just, you know, do a little cropping if you catch my drift. Don't worry about like sending me the finished art, Space Cadet. Don't worry about that. Don't even stress about it. It's gonna be, I'm probably just gonna go to your stream and just do what I did with that, which is crop out the Firefly and just have it as like temp art, which I think I even have it labeled as temp art, right? Yeah. Temp Aphrodite Firefly Queen, temp Aphrodite Firefly, and basically by the time the game's released, we're swapping all of the temp ones and we're gonna have real ones. Yeah. Chat, I love this Firefly Queen art. I don't care if it's like the first draft to make sure I like it. It's beautiful. Oh my God. It's so nice. It's exactly what I expected. It's so nice because like she reads my mind. I don't know how she does this. Like maybe because she watches the stream and I just inadvertently say what like I want out of the art, but like this is so perfect. It's like regal and you look up at her and she's like kind of, she's got like that, what's a good, have you guys ever seen La Belle et la Bête? La Belle et la Bête? La Bête? Hold on. La Belle et la Bête, c'est pas wealthy. La Belle et la... La Belle et la Bête. This. It reminds me of the princess from this, which is so perfect. You guys ever hear this song before?
A long time ago, in a story of old, there was a beauty and a beast, or so
I forgot the
I've
words.
been told. They were these two strangers, two lonely souls, but it's not what you think, no. Here's how it goes. Let's start with the beast. He was ugly and scary.
Zamura! Yeah, we did stop by because I'm trying to distract myself from from our game project right now because the demo's coming out tomorrow, but like I've been programming all day, so I'm trying to find excuses to like not make the game. But there you go. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to. I know you kind of probably said hi, but that's kind of what we're doing here. By the way, if I ever have a new model, we're commissioning you, Kenna, just so you guys know.
And horribly hairy, the outside was rough, but once he smiled, you could see that he had a heart of gold inside. The beast
Memory leak sounds very poetic. Oh yeah, that'd make a great card for a card game. Memory leak? That'd be a fun little thing. Maybe like, what element would be like fourth wall breaking? Entropy? Not Aether. Aether is very like, I'm a serious boy. Yeah, it'd be Entropy. Yeah, it'd be Entropy.
little thing, she was the fairest
See, this is what I mean. It's this reminds me of Firefly Queen.
thing. She was the fairest of them all, and she could dance and sing. But unlike the beast whose love shined the best, she loved herself, never cared for the rest.
I don't know, it's just so perfect. Sorry, I'm super distracting myself. Okay. Made up? Wait. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, you did redeem made. Okay, for like 2 seconds. Okay, listen. Come here, chat. No! I just minimized everything. Okay, come here, chat. Gary, why does your maid costume have boobs? Because it didn't come in guy, all right? Listen, when you struggle like I do, costumes don't come in guys, okay? Spoiler alert. Most VTubers who like dressing up are women. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta glue on the boobs, you know? The egg is I'm not an egg, chat. I'm straight, all right? I don't know. Just shut up, I'm a VTuber. Sometimes you gotta own it a little, okay? But you guys know I'm joking. Huh? All right, everyone. We're gonna have a super short stream today. It's only been an hour and a half. I have to do more game development, and tomorrow, that's basically my whole day tomorrow because librarian friend is off to help her friend clean because her friend is having having a set of twins, both of which are women. I've had this conversation like 4 hours ago, so it's like right off the top of my head. 2 little girls, twins. They're gonna clean out the daycare room, which means I have the whole day to not hang out with a girl, and I'm gonna make a video game. Huh. Anyway, that'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow's the demo. No choices. No, nothing. It's gonna come out. I have to have the demo tomorrow. It's coming out, whether it's done or not. It's okay. Beautiful. It's coming out, so you guys will get to play this video game tomorrow. We'll send you the cards I have done. No stress either way. Oh, I'm sorry. When you do that, Space Cadet, can you also tell me when you want the next set of cards? I don't know when you should. I don't want to like overflow you with a bunch of them, but I can send you another 6 or 12 if you want. Anyway, that's all for today. Give me kisses. We'll see you tomorrow. Expect to come in ready to play a video game, chat, because tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the demo, and we are going to be, you guys are going to love Elements, the game. You're not going to get to pick the deck, which is like half the fun, but you will get to play the game. Oh, all right, see you later. Goodbye. Also, we're going to, nah,